good? What's good? We're back for another episode of Blocc Talk with Chris and Smoke. I'm Smoke. It's Chris. Today we got a special guest. Got the homie Mosaicc from Orange County.
What up? What up? What up?
Just posted, bro. Shit. So we know about you. We're getting familiar with you. I was introduced to you, not directly, but told about you from the homie Little P.
That's my dog.
So we had to check you out. We're like, damn, this dude go hard. So introduce yourself though for those that might not know you.
Well, thank you. My name's Mosaicc. I'm from Orange County, California, Buena Park to be exact. I'm black and Mexican. Just get that out the way because there's a lot of that comes with that when people don't know or they have to wonder. And yeah, you know, I'm a hip hop artist. Does it passionately. I don't know.
A really good hip hop artist.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You've done shows with Nipsey.
Yes.
Snoop.
Yes.
Game.
Yes.
Real big artist.
Yeah, I've been blessed. I think at a time where there was like a really dope venue in Orange County that all those the biggest like rappers, they would go through it, and I was just, you know, right place, right time. I was able to do very well, so the venue liked booking me, and I always made the crowd happy. Sold a lot of tickets and shit. So
that's good.
That was definitely one of the highlights of my you know, kickstarted my career type shit.
For sure.
How was it working with Nipsey Hussle?
I never really like worked with him, but to share a stage with him was dope. And then I observed him a lot, like all his biggest, like I think in my opinion, accomplishments. Like I was present for them, so I got to see how he worked, but it wasn't like I was working with him. But I mean, everything that you see from him was my experience. Very humble dude, very polite. One thing I would always notice is you could see the bags in his eyes way differently in person. So I could tell he was like really tired. I could tell he was like really, really, really grinding. I'd be like, damn, bro, go get some sleep. But yeah, like it's dope to just watch him interact, be himself. He was authentically him. It was like he was just like still from his neighborhood. It's kind of what it looked like. He just looked like a dude who was just like just being himself type shit.
And I think what he put out a lot was because he was so real and so authentic that even if you didn't know him or know him directly, you kind of still felt like you know him because you're going along for that ride with them. Because I remember, like, you know, Slauson Boy 1 to Victory Lap, you've seen the growth. Like, even him as an artist, the things he was talking about, because a lot of it was, you know, the street shit. You know, that's, you know, a lot of us get our start with that. But just developing himself, growing, learning things. Like, I learned shit from him that I didn't even think about, you know? So that's just like... So you kind of always felt like you knew him, even if you didn't really know him, but you felt like you know him because you're going along with that ride.
Definitely. It's kind of like that Snoop Dogg thing. Yeah. I feel like if I met Snoop Dogg, that it would feel like we know each other, or at least I know him.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Exactly. Like, that's the big homie. He'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" But nah, but nah, yeah.
Snoop Dogg gave me love. That's like one of the best. You know? Yeah.
That's dope.
I never really talked about that, but yeah, Snoop Dogg has shown me love twice.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And then you got more love when you got mentioned in the Nipsey Hussle book, right?
Oh
you got a
yeah,
little skit in there, huh?
Oh yeah. That was crazy. That, you know, honestly, that was once again right place, right time kind of thing. We were just, me and my homie got invited to the Fuck Donald Trump video shoot. Not the one with YG, which was like in Wilshire area, but on the one in Nipsey's section. And because of the nature of where we were and the way that the police are there, I was present for a situation with Nipsey and the police. So I had my phone out. I filmed everything. I'm like, bro, if they smoke my dude, it's about to be on camera.
Right.
Yeah. So I filmed I have a video of it. Is it still up?
I think it's still up.
It's still up. Yeah. And that night, you know, it's fucked up because that was before news outlets were getting sued by people for using their Instagram content. So that same day, I went with my son's mom. We went to go eat, and we're eating. Like 4 hours later, and we look at the TV, and my video is on Fox 11, ABC 7, CBS. Because the police pulled weapons out. They put like tasers in his face and shit. Yeah, so it was pretty excessive. But nowadays I would have got cashed the fuck out for that. I like shit. Run me my 10 bands, TMZ.
Right.
But I got nothing for it. But I didn't do it for that reason. But that's the reason why the individual who quoted me in his book, I forget his name, Robert. I don't want to even mess up his last name, but the dude who wrote that book, he did that based off of the video that I took.
well, at least he gave you your flowers for it.
Yeah, and the caption that I put under it because I just documented what I was seeing and what I was experiencing right under the video. So
but that's pretty big because that's a bestseller.
yeah, it's New York Times bestseller.
Yes,
So
that
I was
is
like,
big.
oh, wow.
I should really know that author's name
you
so I
really
can
should.
next time, you know what I mean, shout out the book and the author of that book. But
Yeah.
I'm a what did he call? He referred to me as a LA hip hop artist, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess
You're
I'm
like
one
Orange County.
to the world. It's LA, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first time I'd ever been referred to as a LA hip hop artist in my life.
How did you like working at you did Mad Flavor Fest, right?
Yeah,
How did you like that?
What's that?
you know what's crazy? I don't smoke, but I got faded because of all the
contact.
Man, I was like, I got to perform in here. I was like, I can't even see. But it was dope. It was cool. It was a lot of good energy, man. There's a lot
That
of good
was
energy
like
for
one of the
people.
last shows you've done, right? Because you do shows at the Garden Amp as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did one show after that, a last minute show. My homeboy Doughboy Tony, shout out to Doughboy Tony, Santa Ana's finest. He had a family emergency come up and wasn't able to take on a DJ Quick show, so he gave it to me and Little P, and we took it on in like less than 24 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which is not. I mean, you know, that's what we do.
Right.
It wasn't hard.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's a lot more fun when you don't have the pressure of everything that comes before the show.
Right.
So yeah, and it was a good show. And Doughboy Tony had sold so many fucking tickets that he was like the last one right before Quick went on. Like we hopped off stage and then Quick got on stage.
Oh, that's sick.
wow.
Yeah, so it was a smooth event and they showed us love. But yeah, I did that. I do a lot of shows at the Garden App. That's like my spot right now.
That's hard.
It's a really great place, actually. It's real small, intimate. It reminds me of the Gibson. Do you remember the Gibson?
Yeah,
Back in the days?
Yeah, the
Over
Gibson
there?
Amphitheater.
Harry
That's so
Potter's
funny.
there now, but
that's so funny. Yeah,
That's-
no, it is.
It kind of reminds me of that.
It's a really good venue. It's like one of the places where security's not extraed out. It's
Yeah.
open, so you can smoke. Nobody's shipping on you for smoking. Like it's usually I haven't had a bad experience at the Garden App so far. It's a really cool spot. And some bigger names come through there too.
Oh, yeah.
People think it's like some like
No.
there's a lot of big names.
Bone Thugs is going to be playing there soon. and
They-
so
they-
is,
they're always doing shows
they're
there.
there all the
yeah.
time. Shout out to Bone Thugs.
Sugar Free.
Yup.
Yeah,
I
a lot of people play there.
did a show with DJ Quick and Sugar Free last year at the Garden App. Yup. Those are good shows. Those two audiences are like really loving like hip hop fans.
Yeah.
Like they're cool as fuck.
I think it's because it's our age group.
It's drunk ass Diaz and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That they treat me like I'm Justin Bieber himself.
There
Like,
you go.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's what's up. Let's talk about the things you do for the community.
Yeah.
I seen that you got a certificate from Orange County before.
oh yeah.
Toy drives.
Well, shit. I mean, I think giving back to the community, or just not even, I don't want to say giving back like that, but just being involved in your community has always been important to me and is going to continue to be important to me.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't look like it on the surface, like, you know, I do like the club shit and, you know, girls partying and all that kind of stuff, but that's always going to be a part of,
It's balanced though. You gotta, you balance, try to balance everything out as best as possible.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
great, though. It's great because there's a lot of artists that don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
take the time to give back to their community.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to be in a position too. I think a lot of people want to give back and don't know how, and then they'll end up doing some corny shit like, you know, just giving money out or just donating a lump sum to an organization. I'm like, oh, that's not even a really good organization to donate to.
Right.
You know, but I've been blessed based on like my life experience. I have a lot of people who are involved in the community, a lot of people who are involved in nonprofits. I was able to partner up with somebody who was combining like hip hop and community, and I was able to work next to him for like 2 to 3 years. So because of that, I've met a lot of people. And the individual, Jonathan Ryan Hernandez, who's a city council member of Santa Ana, that's how I met him. That's how I got introduced to him. And because of the person who was Farron Kidd from Black OC, who was kind of combining hip hop and giving back together. That's how I met Jonathan, and he invited me to like do a hip hop toy drive in Santa Ana.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he brings me to. He also does the first ever. He hosted the first ever Chicano Heritage Festival in the city of Santa Ana.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was able to perform at that event as well. So shout out to Jonathan Ryan Hernandez, applying pressure on those who need a pressure applied to, and just constantly fighting for the people. Raza.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I mean, for sure, next time you guys do something, you should let us know so we can join you guys.
I try to put it out there. I feel like my Instagram is like one big billboard. I hate that. You know what I mean? I feel like it's always constantly an advertisement. Come over here, come over there, come over here. It kind of gets drowned out. But anytime I do something like that, I'm for sure I'll DM you guys individually.
Let us know, because we need to get into some stuff like that too. We've been doing a lot of stuff on our own. We're pretty busy, but I mean, to make time for people, you know.
And you know what's good too. Like I know we never do things for recognition or for what we can get back, but at the same time, the same way people say like negativity sells, so does positivity.
Right. Yeah.
So instead of like exaggerating the negativity for the promo, if you were to go around doing positive things, I've done it before. It was actually one of my pillars when I was getting started was I would do a random act of kindness every Friday, and that's good for promo too. So I mean, if you're gonna choose one of the two for promo, choose the positive. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. There's too much negative out there in the world. Even like social media is like sometimes, if I wasn't for the music stuff and even doing this, like sometimes I think I wouldn't be on social media because the negativity can kind of get to you sometimes. Even though it has nothing to do with you, it's just kind of like reading people's like they're going through this or my baby daddy did this, or my ain't shit, or my baby mama's tripping, or just little shit like that. But then it's just like, then it gets to other shit like, oh, these people are doing this, or sometimes you find some racist shit. It's just like you gotta like kind of take a break sometimes. But then it's like it's hard because like when we do what we do, it's like we're constantly having to be on there, so we had to kind of soak it in and try to learn to kind of separate it and.
Definitely. Yeah. And while I'm here, I want to encourage everybody. I tell all my homies this: you can filter what you see on social media, and you need to. So like on Twitter, you can mute words. On Instagram, you can mute concepts. Yeah. So like there's certain words I'm not going to say what I have muted. I'll give you one word that I have muted on Twitter. I have the word cartel muted. I'm very, very aware of what happens. I don't need to see it at 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm feeding my son.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. So you could go, if you don't like, say, one of the presidential candidates and you don't like seeing that shit all the time, you can just mute that word on Twitter.
I didn't know that.
And not a lot of people do. And then also when you scroll past something, like for example, another one is I don't need to see half naked women all day long. But because of what I do and the amount of women that I interact with constantly, Instagram's algorithm assumes that this is what I like. I want to see Blocc Talk's new shit, or I want to see, Rosecrans Media and what they're talking about this week. So there's 3 buttons on the top of every Instagram post. You could put I don't like this post or post similar to it, and it'll show you less of that. So you can, and I encourage everybody to do that, especially like us.
I started seeing that like recently, but I think sometimes it's just like I just scroll past it or whatever.
I know. For me, I had to do it because, like you said, like I'm gonna be on social media for a very long time, and all that shit affects me. I'm very empathetic, so I don't need to like see someone getting their head cut off. I don't need to see the drama, all the negativity, especially in hip hop. LA, you know how if I didn't filter, it would probably just be all naked women and violence. Would be my whole feed.
Yeah, I think that's how the algorithm is on the Blocc Talk channel. Like if you go into like, you start scrolling and stuff, I'm like, why are all these women coming up? Like it's endless.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm guessing, okay, so it assumes that that's what we want to see, right? Okay.
It assumes it based on.
I'm pretty sure yours is.
And I'm probably fucking up your algorithm because you guys are over here on my page, and then you know what I mean, and then like they see, it knows. I'm probably fucking up your algorithm.
That and just people. It's also like the people you follow, right? And follow you. That kind of. Yeah.
That's what he said, like that's crazy. I didn't
you guys gonna get bars and nightclubs and strip clubs in Orange County. Start.
Speaking of,
come to Venus.
Well, lovers and friends.
Okay.
What's up with that?
Oh man, I didn't expect that question. For the record, we go by Lovers Friends Orange County.
OC.
Yeah, Lovers Friends Orange County. That's a 2000s hip hop and R&B event that I'm one of the coordinators of, and it's doing good. It's fun. It's fun to like throw events where like I'm not the center of attention. Yeah. It's nice to kind of just be like in the back and shit. People really love it. And you know what I never realized about our era is, I say our era, my era. I was born in 92. So the early 2000s, I would have been 8 to 18, right? From 2000 to 2010. And that era has a combination of like R&B club bangers, where the 90s, the R&B joints are a little too slow.
Yeah.
And after the 2000s, I don't know if R&B exists anymore. I think it's just rappers that are singing instead of rapping, low key, right? So like, yeah, there's a lot of like, you know, even like the Ja Rule, Ashanti, or those J-Lo, Fat Joe, like this shit low key hits.
Yeah.
And people really, really, really take to it. And I would have thought that it was, I think we were going for somewhat of a grown and sexy party, but like the kids like it. Little 21-year-old kids in there, like they think it's nostalgic. Like they're like, what? Like, oh yeah, I know this stuff. Like my mom raised me. I'm like, damn, this is just my shit. But
that's pretty awesome though. I mean, I would have never thought of doing something like that, but it's just dedicated to that vibe only, which is pretty awesome.
We don't play shit. Well, DJ Happy sometimes breaks the fucking rules, but we don't play anything before the year 2000 or after the year 2010. It's a Y2K party.
What about some LL Cool J?
That's 90s. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we throw. That's not what we do. I mean, we are throwing a 90s 2000s one-off of it on June 30th at In Cahoots nightclub, downtown Fullerton. It's actually not downtown Fullerton. It's like, you know, a couple minutes away. But yeah, at In Cahoots, we're doing 90s and 2000s lovers, friends. But we specifically keep it like Y2K.
Oh, that's pretty dope. But I mean, it looks like it gets pretty packed. Yeah.
We hit capacity a couple times.
Right.
We had a line around the door a couple times. So we're proud of that. We work really hard for it, you know?
Yeah.
Dope.
It's dope. Yeah, the whole staff, they dress up and like they do the airbrush t-shirts and like headbands, like one pant leg up and all that. Even like the bottle service girls, they come out with the headbands and like all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty tight that everybody gets into it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And so you're an event coordinator.
Yeah.
So do you like, besides those events, have you put anything else out that we should know about? Or
I mean, I'm kind of self-sufficient. So if I feel like somebody who is running something can't do it, I'll be like, you know what? Let me do it. I'll do it myself. So even back when I was doing my events, I've done a lot of my own events. Right. We got to a point at one point where we were doing so well in our little bubble, North Orange County, that we were being hated on. So we were secretly throwing events. We would create a new name and the same people would throw the event, and the people who wouldn't come to our shit will come to that event. Same fucking event, same DJ, same everything, same people behind it. Yeah. So I've been a part of like event coordinating for a long time. Yeah.
What about
it's stressful as fuck.
It seems like it could be.
I can't stand rappers. I can't stand DJs. They're like so hard to deal with sometimes, but when the music happens and when the event happens, you're like, I can't imagine like doing a Coachella.
Oh yeah.
Like
you would need a few event coordinators.
A few. I feel like my staff would have. I would need 100 dogs, like real dogs. Who to say? Fucking Beyonce could say, some fucking guy just touched me. I'm not doing the show. Like, you know what I mean? Like some guy just grabbed my ass. Where's your security? Like fuck. Like what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What do you usually do when somebody doesn't show up or something like that?
Honestly, Crystal, I've had a really good experience so far. Like with the events that I've put on or been involved in, I haven't had a catastrophe so much. Definitely not with any bigger names. Sometimes local artists but like, oh, your 10 people can be mad and they can go home, you know?
Right.
But as far as, and I'll just give a quick shout out to them because I fuck with them. Specifically right now, Funk Freaks has been good to me. RJ, Mr. LA was really, really, really good to us. Zoe Sama was really, really, really dope. Vinny West, these are dope guys. That's my boy though, but these are dudes who I'm doing events, like coordinating events for, and they deliver. Not one of those dudes was a minute late. Not one of those dudes had a big old attitude problem.
Isn't it crazy though? Because I think that we recently had a little experience with somebody that was we kind of knew it was gonna be kind of go sideways.
I've heard it.
And
oh wait, while I'm here, can I also shout out to Lefty Gunplay because he was also cool as fuck. And that's one I was expecting. Respectfully, Big Dog, if you see this, I was expecting a problem with that.
Yeah.
Whether from him or his people or the crowd. Yeah. I was expecting something, and he was fucking cool as fuck, dude. Yeah. Right. He was super fucking cool.
I think people have this misconception of him, but he seems to be like a real humble, good dude. Like,
so far he's 1 for 1 with me.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll see next time. Yeah. But yeah, the bad experiences I've heard nightmares, man. I've heard like, and I'm really not the one for that. Like I'm not like one, I wouldn't work with somebody who had that type of reputation already. I'd be like,
Yeah.
And then two, I mean, like just play it humble, man. Like I know people. I know people that are legitimately famous that are just the kindest, most humblest people, and I know people with 10,000 followers who think that they are Brad Pitt himself. Yeah. So it's like, man. Sure.
But what about I Believe in Me?
Oh man, she's good. Give her a raise, whoever's. If it's you in charge, give yourself a raise. Yeah. So the I Believe in Me movement was born out of a period of desperation in my life where I was just down bad. I don't want to get into the little sob story. Everyone has. It was during COVID. It was rough. COVID was particularly rough on me.
Yeah.
I know for other people.
A lot of people was.
Yes.
Because they weren't used to being alone, secluded, or in any of that situation for sure.
There's that. Yeah. And then some other things that were like heavy for me. That timing, I'm saying, not just the lockdown, but the timing of the lockdown hit me. And I pretty much got everything stripped. Everything that I knew how to do was stripped from me. So like, I work in a club environment. That's gone. When I'm going through shit, I'm either gonna want to go party it out or I'm gonna want to like stay focused, like go to the gym. Okay, can't go to the gym. A lot of the studios I was recording at, studios are locked down. I'm like, God damn. So I go with my son to the skate park. He likes to skateboard and shit. I used to skateboard. I go to the skate park's locked. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, you know what? We're gonna go play basketball, me and my son. And we walk ourselves to the park, get to the park, and the fucking city had a wooden plank over the rim and metal chains chained up between the wooden plank and the net. Wow. So like you're not playing back, like stay home.
Stay away, basically.
Stay home.
Wow.
And I sat there, I took a picture of it. It was actually the artwork for the album, the I Believe in Me project that I dropped. I took a picture of it because I was laughing. I was like, this has to be some kind of joke. Yeah. Like you have to be fucking like I can't do anything. Like I just had to sit here with my what I was dealing with. Right.
Yeah, your thoughts. That's what everybody had to deal with.
And I look up at the fucking hoop and it was just like the dopest image because there's palm trees at the park that I go to a lot. And it was a gloomy ass day. In the middle of June, it was a gloomy ass day. And then like the palm trees and it was like depressing. But I just was like, you know what? Like what? I don't remember who gave me the inspiration, but it was like, what do you do? What are you gonna do? Cry? You curl into a ball and cry? And that's where the phrase "I believe in me" like kicked in. Like I believe in myself, kind of like a, you know what? Fuck whatever. It doesn't matter. I believe in me. I don't give a fuck how shit looks. I believe in me. I don't know about him or her or them, but I believe in me.
Right.
And I put that phrase on a shirt. As boring as you could possibly make a shirt. It's literally Times New Roman. If you ever want to steal my shit, it's literally Times New Roman. It just says I believe in me. It's already been stolen, but it's all good. But and the point was like the message was so powerful. Dude, I don't remember the number and I'm not trying to brag, but I sold a gang of those.
I seen that. I was like, it's a good outlook. You know what I mean? Like it's very positive of you to put that out there, especially.
And I feel like I believe in myself sounds like watery, or like I believe in myself sounds like I believe in myself, but I believe in me kind of sounds like arrogant. Like, man, I believe in me. Like I don't know how, you know what I mean? I believe in me.
I don't care what you think about me or whatever. I believe in me,
and it's like old white women. Like I'll be taking my son to school, and his like principal will be like, "I love that shirt," or. Young black kids, like everybody takes to it. Gym nuts, like anybody who's ever been through shit. A lot of the people who bought it, because there's people buying it from around the country. Cause I could look at my stats on my online store. I could see what your name is, what your address is, and I get their social media a lot of times too. And I'm like looking. A lot of times it's people who've been through something like tough. So yeah, I love that. I'm gonna do something with it one day. Don't exactly know what.
Then you made an album of it.
I mean, it was the title of my project, and that project did fairly well. Not as well as the shirt, but hey, man, the shirt that we needed that too. Yeah.
But what was your highlight song off of that album?
I was listening to it on the way over here because I was trying to decide what song I was gonna do, and fuck, man, like it's tough because
there's a lot of great albums. I mean, a lot of good songs on that album, and even the last one, To Your Son, right?
Oh, that song's on there.
It's on that one, right?
Yeah, I think I might have put it as a bonus track because I for sure released that song as a single, like just like no project. But yes, in that case, if Jeremiah's birthday song is on there, that's probably the best song I ever fucking wrote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That song brought my mother to tears when she heard it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was like, for the first time that's the first thing I ever wrote about him, period. That was the first, I never had a line about him. He didn't exist between that time and when I had put my last shit out.
Right.
So like I had never even had a single line about him, and then I gave him that song, and yeah.
That's a good gift though. I think when you do songs for people that are like, it's really meaningful, I think they tend to appreciate that more than even like an actual like physical gift like that, because it means some thought went into it. It's like you're speaking, from your heart. You know? So yeah.
And if something were to ever happen to me, he has that forever.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? I think it's pretty cool.
All right, so as far as music, you got any new projects, anything you're working on currently?
Yeah, bro, I have a whole project coming out, Immaculate EP. It's the first project I put out, in about a year and a half. It was actually supposed to come out last year. Some fucked up shit happened in my life, kind of pushed a lot of things back. Yeah. And I had to restructure what was going on. Some of the songs didn't even make sense anymore based on what had happened. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this is not right. So I had to push things back. But I'm pretty much done. I think we have like 1 or 2 editing sessions left, and we're ready to release the Immaculate EP. I don't want to say a date. Fuck it, I'll say the date. June 28th.
All right.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Right. So that's close then, for sure.
We're gonna be popping.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shows too.
Hopefully. Yeah. The listening party's about to go nuts. I'm excited for the listening party.
Right.
You guys can come. You're invited to everything I do.
All right.
Sure.
Sounds
Appreciate
good.
that.
Yeah.
You got anybody that's on the project that you want to shout out, or?
I gotta keep that. I gotta keep that one. Yeah.
Okay.
There's not a lot of features though. I'll tell you that. There's not a lot of features. There might be a feature or 2.
Okay.
All right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
You excited for it?
I'm really excited, man. I like putting out music, and I was listening to it on the way. I was listening to all my stuff on the way over here, trying to figure out, what I wanted to do, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm very proud of this. I'm very proud of it. My ability to transition from kind of like traditional rap, underground, I guess, backpack type of shit, into this club stuff while still being myself. I feel like I'm very proud of it.
No, yeah. You're just becoming more. I mean, you're well rounded, but it just gives you, it's like, so that everybody can kind of feel you, or can relate somehow. You're gonna be doing something that someone can relate to. Yeah, and that's what I think as artists. That's what we try to do, is just do a little something that everybody can relate to. So and so might not relate to this song. It might be a little too hood or whatever. This one might be a little too soft or too romantic, but it's going to hit somebody. So when you give a little bit of everything, I think that's awesome.
And I found myself in so many club environments, whether I'm working or relaxing, and people will tell me like, oh, play some of your shit. I'm like, but I don't really make club music though. Yeah. But I officially have a strip club banger. Oh, right. We're about to release that shit at OC11 in Anaheim. I'm going to do a release party for that single there. I have a strip club banger. I got so many homegirls that are gonna be happy about that. For sure. And yeah, the music is very, very, very listenable. Like, I think it's like a West Coast, like in the car at a backyard party.
Right.
Kind of like listenable shit. Couple of clubby shit songs on there. Yep.
That's great. Well, let's see. June
28th, right?
Yeah. Pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
You said it. It's on.
I'm not nervous.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up, but just want to give a shout out to the homie Mosaicc. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you, seriously.
We're looking forward to a lot of the stuff you got going on, your events, the music. Yeah, it's gonna be.
You let us know about all that community stuff. That we can
yes.
do,
Yes. I had to. Once I release, I'm for sure gonna get on that.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. First the music.
no doubt. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. So again, this is Blocc Talk with Chris and Smoke. I'm Smoke. It's Chris, and we out.